Manhattan Mini Storage presents Manhattan Mini Sets, comedy specials filmed in storage units, featuring Christiana Jackson, Chase DeRusso, Maggie Laley, Tim McLaughlin, Gastor Almonte, Lizzie Cassidy. Manhattan Mini Sets. Don't tell the government. We're not sure if this is 100% legal. Chase DeRusso performing for a sold-out crowd in a storage unit.
Really? For me? Really?
Yes.
Really? A standing? I'm getting a standing ovation.
I'm getting a standing ovation.
You guys are giving me a standing ovation to start off. Really? Wow. Oh my God. I think what would make this place blow up besides doing comedy shows in it like this is if they had a jingle. So give me a beat. Can y'all do this?
Oh, here we go.
Do that. Manhattan Mini Storage coming at you like a bowl of porridge. Manhattan Mini Storage coming at you like a orange. I just rhymed orange like Eminem.
Okay.
I am here. I'm her best friend.
Okay.
Now I'm here with you again. Manhattan Mini Storage. Say it,
Manhattan Mini Storage.
Hey.
Manhattan Mini Storage. Manhattan Mini Storage. Manhattan Mini Storage.
Yeah, we're
Manhattan Mini Storage.
coming at you like a bowl of porridge. What's up? Thank you guys. That was amazing. Thank you for showing up to the SpaceX recruitment program. I feel like I look like The Rock if he only did the elliptical. That's just what I feel. They said my name right. It is Chase DeRusso, but when I'm drinking red wine, I like to pronounce it Chaze Durasoir. You just feel good when you're drinking red wine. You know what I mean? Like, it's like I can get drunk on this and read a book. You know what I mean? Like some Ernest Hemingway stuff. You know what I'm talking about? Look, what I like about this, just so you know, I'm posting this on the internet, and I'm going to say it was a sold-out show.
Oh, hell yeah.
Because that's exactly how many people can fit in this room. You know what I mean? I know I've made it, though. I know I've made it when I'm here. Look at this. I can do this. When I can do this, I win. You know what I mean? Like, it's a sold-out show. This is therapy for me right now. Like, I appreciate you for being here for me. What do I have to do to get to be somebody like you? Like, you're wearing a blazer. Like, you're crushing it right now. Like, how do you... I love that. You have book jacket energy. You look like you have a New York Times best-selling book. And there's pictures in the middle, and there's lots of cussing in it. That's you. I love that. I love that. Hoop earrings? Who are you? Hoop earrings? You have the face. You know how to rock the hoop. Show us the hoop. Show the hoop. Bam. That's what I'm talking about. That right there, that is called success, okay? You need a hoop earring to make you successful. This is what it is, ladies. Let's bring that back, all right? We're in a hoop earring world right now. Let's go.
I went to like a art school in the city, like a pretentious, like, we're all here to do our little arts and dreams. Anyway, I dropped out, but I went there, so like I like dyed my hair purple the day before because I was like, I need the other artsy kids to know that I'm the real deal, you know?
Yeah, that's
and then I
smart.
got there and everybody's hair is purple. You're like, oh man, I thought I was gonna be unique.
Is purple hair like the art school equivalent of like a teardrop tattoo?
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
That's freaking dope.
A perfect analogy. Yeah. The only
That's awesome.
way you can get any respect is if your hair is purple. Unless it's green, and then it's like, she's actually crazy.
Whoa.
Manhattan Mini Storage presents Lizzie Cassidy,
Oh, hi. How are you guys? I feel like I'm interviewing to be in your friend group, and you used to be roommates. Is that right? Did I get that right?
Different times.
Yeah. Okay, so what's the most annoying thing that the other one does in terms of roommate stuff?
Ooh. She's messy.
She's so mad. She looks so mad when you
No,
said that. Okay, what's the most annoying thing she does?
She would just bring her boyfriend over whenever.
Yeah, that is
Wasn't that
annoying.
communicating?
Okay, I have a question for you guys. How many trains would you take to get to a boy's house? I think a deal breaker is more than 2 trains. That's crazy to me. No man has ever been worth more than 2 trains.
My boyfriend has a car, so we drive.
Okay, I get it. You have a boyfriend. Oh my God. She won't drop it. You're right. I was talking to one of my friends about it, and she said her parents had a storage unit because, like, her mom wanted, have you heard of a she shed?
Yeah.
It's like a man cave for women. Her mom wanted a she shed, and her dad wanted a man cave. Get a divorce. Do you know what I mean? That's crazy. You both need your own space. That is a suburban luxury. Did your parents or anything ever have a storage unit? No.
No, my boyfriend's parents didn't.
Okay, we get it. You have a boyfriend. Oh my God. Again with this. Anybody a student? Wow. What is this, a Hinge ad? You guys are all beautiful. You have degrees and probably health insurance. That's amazing. Wow. What did you go to school for?
Neuroscience.
Are you kidding me? Why are you guys all free on a Wednesday? You should all have real jobs. You went to school for neuroscience. And what do you do now?
I work at New York Presbyterian.
You work at New York Presbyterian, of course, because you went to school for neuroscience. Well, I dropped out of theater school, so I'm doing stand-up comedy in a storage unit. Thank you for wooing. I think that might be toxic positivity. No, dating in New York is a nightmare, right?
yeah.
I know. Going through a breakup right now because it's fine. It's fine. I was talking to this guy and I was telling my friends about him and I realized that I kept sounding like I was describing a 10-year-old boy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was telling my friends about him and I was like, listen, he has really good manners.
Yeah.
You know, we're working on his listening skills. And then they were like, does he have any hobbies?
Oh.
And I had to be like, yeah, he's into sharks and video games.
No.
Oh my God.
Sharks.
I know. And then I told him that I told my friends that. And he was like, hey, I also like pirates.
Oh, my gosh.
What am I planning your 10th birthday party? This is a nightmare. No, I was raised super white trash. And now sometimes when I say that, people don't believe me because like I've lived in New York City for a very long time and I'm technically an artist. This is art, if you can believe. But I can prove to you that I'm white trash, okay? When I first moved to New York City, a city where you can do anything you want in the world, in the span of 3 months, I made out with 3 boys in the Applebee's in Times Square. Okay? Yeah. Thank you so much. Yeah. You know what I mean? You can take the girl out of the woods, but you can't make half-price drinks and apps seem like a bad happy hour special. That's a good date in my culture. People say we don't have culture. We do. It's just mostly boneless buffalo wing based. But
because I do love my furniture so much. And when someone comes into my apartment and doesn't compliment my furniture, I actually send them out.
So let's do this again. Take 2.
Your apartment is gorgeous.
Thank you.
One time I was at a party at Christiana's house and I opened a closet and 7 shopping carts fell
I don't
through.
know what you always tell this story.
And it's a real story.
It is not a real story.
It's real.
I have
Declarative
one
statement.
First of all,
it really happened.
First of all, just to go on the record, I've never owned 7 shopping carts.
Maybe it was 6.
No, 1. Like,
It was a fun
This is
party.
why I don't-
And when they
You
all
were
fell,
like, you
everyone
almost-
was like, whoa.
The fact that you have room for
But also-
a shopping
That's what I'm saying.
cart
I
I
is
don't
did.
have 7
Flex.
shopping
Flex,
carts.
I'm trying to gas you up.
I
You
don't
should
even
accept this
guess.
as
I
a
know where I
compliment.
live. No.
Christiana Jackson in a storage unit.
What's up, everyone? How we doing? How we feeling? Oh my God, clap it up for this woman who saw me warming up my chest with an air dryer in the bathroom. Clap it up for her. I saw her and I was like, oh, I hope she's not gonna be at this storage show, but I think she is. Who's single here? Clap it up. Who's single? Who's single? No one that's my type. It's all right. I live alone in a rent-stabilized apartment. Oh, yeah. Wow, thank you. Thank you. That is not a flex. That is my Tinder bio. Okay? You were dazzled by that. You were like, oh my gosh, please die. I do think it's hard to date in the city, though, you know? Like, sometimes you meet someone and they're cool. Like, I met this guy, we matched on a dating app, but then I started to get the vibe that he was in a relationship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
So what? We've all been there. We've all been there, right?
Yeah.
So that's the thing. I asked if he was single, and he said, no, I'm not. And I was sad, but you know what? I thanked him for his honesty. I was like, oh my God, you're actually telling me before you cheat on your wife? I can see why you're married. You're one of the good ones. Wow, right? Okay, let me ask you something.
Okay.
How many kitchen appliances do you think I need to trap a man? What's the going rate these days?
I have a lot. So
If it makes you feel any better, I also have a lot, and I am still single. So, I don't know. So I have a juicer, I have a blender. I have an immersion blender.
okay.
I have a hand mixer, standing mixer, ice cream maker, waffle maker, Belgian waffle maker. I know, right? I have, yeah. I have so many kitchen appliances. If I ever get engaged, the only thing on my registry will be the husband. That's where I'm at.
yeah.
What do you guys think is more important, square footage or like a good credit score?
I think it's important to highlight that you ask those questions. I don't think you've ever cared about credit score ever. It's the first time you're talking about a credit
Tim
score.
learned what a credit score was 3 days ago, and he's trying to find context clues. He's like, "Hey, what do you guys think matters?
Well, I think my
Is
credit
it
score is really high.
what is
Because
it?
I have 3 credit cards and I maxed them all out.
Respect.
So
yo.
So your score must be high.
You gotta get to the score. Real talk.
Yeah.
The more you use them, the higher your credit score is.
I mean, Lizzie, you date guys with good credit scores.
Yeah, exclusively.
Oh, I mean, guys with bad credit scores are always a good hang.
They're
Oh,
interesting.
yeah.
They're scrappy.
They never think they're going to live long enough to get their score back up.
Manhattan Mini Stores presents Tim McLaughlin.
Hello, everybody! Yes! Oh my God! What a time to be alive, huh? I'm from Indiana. At 37, I should have 9 kids and be living in a trailer, sending out my worst kid to fight a tornado with Mountain Dew. Just be like, get out there, fight the tornado. If you win, your mom will come back. She's not coming back. I did my taxes yesterday. Pretty cool, huh? Doing my taxes, I made $12,000 last year. I was talking to my accountant, and he was like, you should not have an accountant. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good call. I'll talk to you tomorrow, Dad. I don't know. My girlfriend saves money for the both of us. She pays 2/3 of the rent.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, right? Yeah, for me to live my dream, which is to have a girlfriend that pays 2/3 of the rent. And I've done it. I found a woman who's given up. I found the one who was like, I'm done. I'm done dating. New York has broken me. We had a bed with bed bugs, and I was drunk out of my mind. I bought a can of lighter fluid on my way home, but I got home and I go, let's light the mattress on fire. And my friend grabbed it from me, and my other 2 friends forcibly made me go to my room and locked me in. Oh, it was a great night. One of the greatest nights of my life. I'm flying first class tomorrow. I fly first class all the time. I think I'm the only person in my tax bracket that's flown first class 10 times in the last year. My girlfriend is not happy about it, but I fly first class because I go to cities like St. Louis at times no one wants to go. Like I'm flying out at 6 a.m. tomorrow, and no one's trying to go to St. Louis at 6 a.m. on a Thursday. So there were 7 first class seats open, and they're like, upgrade the boy. The boy gets an upgrade. They told me not to do that joke, and I did it. Sorry. They said explicitly, don't do that. And I said, listen, I forgot. I couldn't pull that hat off to save my life. I'd be wearing it and people would be like, he stole that hat from a much cooler guy. There's almost no room in here for that hat. Here's what I could put in a storage unit. So I used to wrestle. I was like 8 and 110. That was my record in high school. I was so bad. And I'm from Indiana. In Indiana, if you get your 100th win, they make a big deal about it. They give a guy a plaque. The guy always has like a plaque. So I think what happened is their coach went online, saw my record, saw their dude's record, and they're like, let's go ahead and get the plaque made. And then they let me hold his plaque, and my mom took a picture of me with it. So I've got a picture of me holding someone else's 100 wins plaque, and I have a bunch of ribbons from like 3rd to 9th place. Because if people didn't get 1st or 2nd, they would take the ribbon and throw it on the ground. So I would just go around and pick it up. So if someone was like going through my thing, they'd be like, this guy was like actually really good at wrestling.
I'm Eitan Levine, your Manhattan Mini mixologist at Manhattan Mini Sets, and this is how you make a big mini apple. You got Fireball whiskey, you got a Diet Coke, you got an apple. Welch's Fruit Snacks. Take open, you gotta open the Fireball. You don't use all the Fireball. This is Manhattan mini sets after all. Now that's about 1/4 of an ounce. That's right, a full ½ ounce of Diet Coke. For garnish, over here, the apple. Little apple right on top, but we're not done yet. Okay, gotta cut it in half. Okay, well. Boom. It's a big mini apple. It's a tiny comedy. It's good because you get the natural crunch of the apple with the creamy smoothness of the Welch's Fruit Snack.
I remember helping my homies moved into like St. John's, and we got a demo from like the other people that already lived in the dorm on how to iron clothes on a George Foreman grill. Here's how you iron clothes with a George Foreman grill. All right, you gotta start off the grill, right? Instead of like worrying about oil fall off, you actually use water. You know what I mean? And as you're passing your shirt for your job and for your internships, you know, you gotta do your interviews. You like put your only collared shirt that you have at that time in your life. You pass it over, you take out the tray, and you pour the little water right on top.
Does it have like grill marks on it?
A little bit, but you know.
Manhattan Mini Storage presents Gastor Almonte in a storage unit.
Appreciate the energy, yo. What's going on? I dig the awkwardness of this moment because this is the epitome in New York. What's happening right here? This is like, yo, something weird, and we all read it, we all saw it, and we're like, let's sign up for that. That is so New York, you know? Yeah, like, you want to go do comedy for 3 people in a storage container? Yeah, that sounds interesting. And the 3 of y'all was like, hey, do you want to see a comedian do his job in the most awkward environment ever? You were like, yep, that sounds great. I have a ton of workout equipment, and as you can see, I've never used it. I bought weights every time I thought, I was like, I'm going to make the comeback. It is all in a storage container, just like this. Real talk. I got like 6 Pelotons. You know what I mean? Like, I could do workout classes if I wanted to. All of those are just collecting dust right now. So, I have a wife, I have 2 kids. We are in a 700 square foot apartment. When I say that out of town, people are like, damn, that's crazy. But when I say that to other New Yorkers, they're like, yo, why are you bragging? You know? Like, real talk, B. I didn't know I was in front of such affluence, you know? Like, the nerve of you. I view myself as an investor. I'm just a bad investor, you know? That's it. I have too much Bitcoin, you know? I still have Pogs. You guys remember Pogs? I have a disturbing amount of Pogs. That might be too, that's how old Pogs are, that none of you were alive when Pogs were around. You're all gonna go home and search it. They're like, that's it? He spent $2,000 on cardboard circles? Like, this is crazy. That's what I did, real talk. I have 14 velour suits. I don't feel like that's a good amount of suits, right? I feel like that's too many, you know? Yeah, they're not in style anymore, but I'm hoping, I believe, maybe one day they'll come back. They're not of this era anymore. They definitely indicate, oh, he is of a certain age, you know? But I gotta tell you, nothing has felt better against my skin, you know? It soothes, it exfoliates. I love the touch of it, you know? And like I said, I'm happily married. I love the touch of my wife. It's awesome, but nothing feels better than a velour suit, you know? So I've been married 15 years. Thank you. Every fight that I have with my wife starts with her smiling. You know? Every time we be at a party, we're at an event, so she's like, we're gonna talk later, you know? I'm not gonna embarrass myself in front of these people. But when we get home, there's gonna be a conversation. I dig it. I am impressed with how attractive everybody is in here. Sincerely, there's a ton of like model-looking people. You're a beautiful young man, sir. Real talk, I'm just blown away that this is what pretty people do. I didn't know that this is how y'all spent y'all time. I thought you'd be in like gyms or like riding Pelotons, but y'all come to storage containers and go to shows? Is this what y'all do? This is where the hot people chill? I'm gonna talk to my wife. Like, I'm gonna just, next date night, we gotta go to the storage containers. That's where all the cool 10s hang out at, man.
I went to community college, so I lived at home. So there was no moving day.
But moving day for like people that go to college, I've never moved in. I don't even understand I'm so non-gone to college. I don't even understand this question.
Usually I had my grandmother and my aunt help me move in. You know, you're like excited because you're like, oh my God, I'm away from my family. Oh my God, who's my roommate?
I majored in theater too, so.
I don't.
Sorry. Just kidding. It's my favorite bit.
Alright, I'm Eitan Levine, your mini mixologist for Manhattan Mini Sets, and this is how you make a big little teeny little mini screwdriver. Alright, here's how you make a teeny little mini screwdriver. That's teeny little. 1, vodka. You have to use a third of an ounce of vodka. Look at that, a third of an ounce of vodka. Then you take a little seltzer. You put a scooch, a smidgen of seltzer, just a teeny bit of seltzer. And then, of course, what is a screwdriver without orange juice? You gotta get a full, huge liter of orange juice. And then, okay, there you go. Oh, it's really orangey. At Manhattan Mini Sets, there's always a 2-drink minimum. That's mostly vodka.
Manhattan Mini Storage presents
Maggie Laley.
You guys are so hot, all of you. So you're millennial. I'm 30. I'm 30, but I identify as 23. You know what I'm saying? That you understand that. Okay, now I went on a date recently with a 25-year-old guy. Yeah, not to brag. Okay, hold the applause, ladies. Okay, yeah. He goes, "Oh, I've never been with an older woman." Wow. So I pretended to pass away during dinner. Yeah, you're gonna call me old. You're gonna call 911. Okay, fake a heart attack. I'm telling you, he's gonna love it. I used to teach middle school boys drama, actually. Yeah, and I thought I was like 23. I was like, man, am I like the young hot teacher? You know what I mean? The middle school boys were like low key flirting with me. You know what I mean? And I was always like hardcore, like flirting back. You know what I mean? I was like, where is this going? I was like, get to class. I think I love you. Okay. Has anyone ever had a storage? Oh, this guy. Okay, you were really passionate about that. I love that. He was ready with that. What do you have in there?
Everything.
Mostly
holiday decorations.
Oh, mostly hot. Okay, now I feel like you're the guy from You. Remember that? He's like, just Christmas tree stuff. I'm like, okay, Joe Goldberg. I have a theater degree. Yeah, I have a theater degree. FYI, having a theater degree, it's a lot like having, say it with me, guys. Say it with me. No degree. No degree. Similar, right? When I was younger, I was in a lot of musicals. Do you guys know Little Shop of Horrors? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, suddenly Seymour. But anyway, so I was very like method in high school, you know. And do you know the plot of Little Shop a little bit? Okay, so Audrey, you know, she talks like this, and you have to do the voice, right? Like I would do the voice at home, right? So my mom would be like, Maggie, can you take out the trash? I'm like, I can't. My boyfriend's abusing me, Mom. I'm weak. I can't do it. And I was so committed to my physical work that I literally fell down the stairs in front of everyone, and I had to go to the ER that night. And the doctor was like, "What happened?" I was like, my boyfriend's abusing me. And then I had to wear a cast for the rest of the run. And there's literally a line in Little Shop where it's like, my arm's in a cast. And I was like, I wasn't even embarrassed. I was just like, I deserve an Oscar. Growing up, like in my early 20s, my mom was like, what are you doing with your life? Right? She was like, I was like, Mom, I literally do everything. Like I'm acting, I'm singing, I'm doing improv, stand-up. She's like, wow, Maggie, that is amazing. I had no idea there were so many ways to not make money. Right? And at the time I was like, honestly, whatever, roomie. Okay? Like, you're toxic, right? Stop gaslighting me. Oh my God. Mom, make me a snack. I'm literally starving. Like, I'm starving. I need a sandwich, Mommy. But yeah, I'm a very dramatic person. I also, because I've been in so many weird plays, like I've inherited a lot of weird costumes. And that's why I love like a storage unit, because I've had to use storage units in the past, you know? Like when I have kids, like my future kids are gonna be like, oh, Mom's dead, and she left us like 7 rubber chickens and 7 Victorian gowns and all of this costume jewelry, and everyone's gonna be like, oh my God, was your mom a hoarder? And they're gonna be like, worse. She was a theater major. It's like horrifying, right?
If I had a storage unit, I would probably fill it with like knickknacks, clothes. Like I have so many unusable things that I just found somewhere, and I was like, oh, it's a statue of a dog doing yoga? I'll keep that forever, you know? And then I keep moving into smaller and smaller apartments, and I'm like, there's too many statues of animals doing things.
What would I have in my storage locker? This is tough because I really only own 6 things. You know what I would actually put in there? I keep buying stuff for my podcast, and I keep buying the wrong things that stink, and I just have bad microphones and bad like lights and all this stuff.
One day you're gonna like miss a payment and like someone's gonna win the bid on like a terrible podcast production company.
They'll be like, oh my God, I can finally start a bad sounding podcast.
I'm a barker at Manhattan Mini Sets Comedy Club. Comedy, live comedy. Anyone? I'm working anywhere from, I'd say, 55 to 70 hours per week. Unpaid, but I get stage time. I get 5 minutes a night. I'm the only person in New York that looks like me that's not seeing a therapist. That's, I think, probably true. There's some therapists that are trading in their office for the great outdoors. I would never go to a therapist that like sets up in a park. That's insane. My mind might be clear, but my sinuses won't be. You know, if you walk down the streets talking to your therapist, you're gonna see 16 people at least that need therapy more than you. It'd be like, yeah, I know I was telling you about my parents' divorce or whatever, but that guy's screaming at a mailbox, so maybe I think he needs you more. Go be his therapist. I have a girlfriend. Thank you. It's exciting. We met on J-Swipe, which is like Tinder but for Jews. Yeah, it's the only dating app that whichever way you swipe, it goes, are you sure? I don't think I'm autistic, but every woman I've dated disagrees. They've never met each other, but they've all come to the same conclusion. I don't think I'm autistic. I think I'm just into nerdy things and am rude. You know, when I was 26, I made out with a 36-year-old mother of two. Yeah, her oldest son was 16. Yeah, I was the same age difference between the mama and the son. That's neat. She did not want me to meet her kids, which is fine. I didn't want to meet them either, even though I probably had more in common with them. She stopped answering my texts almost immediately. I found her son on Call of Duty and was like, why won't your mom text me back? And I shot him. I was like, I made out with your mom and you're dead.
There's a lot of costumes in this building right now. I can sense it. Yep, there they are. And because I have a lot of like drama teachers that are like, look, I don't need this anymore and I'm on my way out. So why don't you take...
Wait, like they're dying?
Maybe mentally, not necessarily physically, but...
Inside my storage unit, knives, nunchucks, katana swords, guns. My dad died, he left me a lot of guns. So I just like a lot of weaponry, stuff like that.
Maybe we should combine storage units, knives and dresses.
That's a great idea. Yeah. That's a great idea. There would be a bunch of food. I'm just kidding. It'd be a lot of video games.
Perishable food?
Yes.
Non-perishable foods. Yeah, like that. I would just, yeah.
Cans.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Just in case some shit ever goes down, like I'm ready. I'm ready for it. They told me to wrap up the show. That means, oh boy, I gotta go. And now I'm walking out the door. And I'm doing it. And now I'm walking some more. Manhattan Mini Storage, that's the name of the show. If you don't like the comedy here, then buddy, you gotta go.
6 hours later.